Veterans in Defense of Liberty welcomes you to Vets Talk, the veterans' take on our world today, fair, unbalanced, and courageously honest. Recently, we discussed what the hell is going on in conjunction with Lou Dobbs' statement, "This is war, damn it. Go to war now."
The determined forces of evil that surround this White House are trying to destroy the Trump presidency and will settle, it appears, for nothing less. This is a war, damn it. So get to war.
We further discussed the importance that we all stand and fight now. Well, it's time to go to work. This will be Vets Talk's first of many call to action steps that we need to take immediately. These can also be found on our website with greater explanation under the call to action heading and entitled, "Do We Still Have a Constitution?" The following action steps are taken from a recent conference chaired by Attorney General Ed Meese. Veterans in Defense of Liberty strongly urges you to take the actions indicated. The cultural civil war is real. The collectives have defined the battleground, and it is time for us to take the offense. We have but this brief moment in history to restore our constitutional republic, or allow the destruction of America and the American culture. Then, in the words of Newt Gingrich, we will have yielded our country to left-wing thugs, liars, and intimidators. If you truly desire to see America great again, then we have no choice but to fight for her, or abrogate the battlefield and surrender America's greatness to those who would wish to see her relegated to as but a footnote in a socialist globalization of a dark, dark world. Priority step number one, we need to encourage both administration and Congress to rapidly nominate constitutionalist judges to open positions. As of May 19, 2017, the total number of vacancies in the federal judiciary was 129, and 8 nominees were still pending. Step 2, demand your congressman be much more aggressive to encourage judicial good behavior by A, using the judicial impeachment process, and B, by altering the judicial jurisdiction through legislation. As John Turley pointed out, the Good Behavior Clause of Article 3 of the Constitution allows for all federal courts to function in times of good behavior. It reminds judges that life tenure is not a license for the wanton or the corrupt. It is in this sense both a shield and a sword, affirming judicial independence and a reservation for judicial removal. Step 3, tell Congress and the administration to pass the First Amendment Defense Act, FADA. H.R. 2802 was introduced into the House June 17, 2015, and it prohibits the federal government from taking discriminatory action against a person on the basis that such a person believes or acts in accordance with a religious belief or a moral conviction that marriage is or should be recognized as a union between one man and one woman, or that sexual relations are properly reserved to such a marriage. Realize, as important as it is to write a letter, send an email, call your congressman, doing this just once is not of maximum value. We need to keep the pressure on until those elected to represent us are committed to fight and they refuse to retreat from what is an all-out political civil war. It is up to us to convince them, not to just hide within the Beltway. As in the words of Ronald Reagan, If we cannot make them see the light, we will make them feel the heat. This has been Vets Talk, the veterans' take on our world today, fair, unbalanced, and courageously honest.